What's up, everyone? Carter here, and with us once again, the Paul J Lipsky, $1 million eBay dropshipper. The guy knows what he's talking about. And in this video, we're actually going to talk about how he's been able to scale his 7-figure eBay dropshipping business and how you can make $1,000 a day.
Awesome. So the first thing you got to understand about this is that if you want to get up to the level where you're doing $1,000 a day, it is going to take work. And I want to be like totally upfront about that. I mean, you guys know Carter, you guys know, some of you guys know me. We're not trying to, sell you like some get rich quick thing. Like it will take work to get to a high level of sales every single day. But with that said, it's totally worth it. Like in my experience, I've had a lot of students with the results as well. So if you put in the work and the discipline and you really want it badly enough, like you can do it, and it will be rewarding to you.
Yeah. You guys know me. I would never try to sell you a dream. I would never try to, make you pay for something that I don't think is, worth the time or worth the value. On this channel, I'm here to give you value because I would like to change your life. Even if it's just a little bit positive change or a financial change, that's the reason behind this whole YouTube channel. That's the reason I flew out with Paul, because I know we can make a difference. I know we can bring a lot of value to the table. And he's just going to share his experience, how he went from, he was probably started, blank zero. He's not a magician or anything. He's just a really good dude that has probably a really good work ethic and is willing to, invest in himself and his business.
Yeah. And so let me show you some shortcuts now, so you didn't have to go through the same struggle that I kind of went through, because it took me a long time to kind of get to the point where I really felt like I was doing well. So try to help you guys shortcut that a little bit with some of these tips. So the first one I would say is that you need to put systems in place. And so what I mean by that is, find a system that works. So get your first few sales, figure out what's working, and then replicate it over and over again. And if you see someone else who's being successful and they're willing to show you how they're doing it, just replicate them and then replicate what you did that worked. So that's what I mean by systems in place, because if you try to do something new every time, you're just going to be starting over every single time. And what I found was that once I started to build those systems out and just started to replicate them, that's when I started to see consistency and that consistent growth happening in my business.
So within those systems, what exactly did that look like? Are you going after certain softwares? Do you have a certain process? I think you mentioned you have a couple VAs. How exactly how do you get from that $100 a day to $1,000 a day and beyond?
Okay, good question. So first thing, when I started, I was doing everything by hand, like manually. So I was listing up my items for sale by copying everything from Walmart and physically pasting it onto eBay, doing that myself. Then I had to make sure that any price changes on Walmart, I changed the price on eBay, and I did that manually. So the very first thing is to get reliable software. And this software will quickly allow you to list items on eBay, like in a matter of seconds, saves you a lot of time, and it's consistent, right? It's accurate. When you're trying to do it by hand, you can mess something up. The software doesn't mess it up. It's a computer system that's doing it.
Exactly.
So it's very accurate and very consistent. Then once that software has created that listing on eBay for you from Walmart, let's say, or whatever supplier, I just always use Walmart as an example. It has now linked that item on Walmart with the item on eBay. So if the price or stock changes on Walmart, that will change on eBay as well.
Changes the price.
Yeah. So it's a system. It's designed by someone who does drop shipping, and it's for drop shippers. So it's really powerful, and that's like the first step I think everyone should do.
Really?
Yeah.
So that first step is kind of, creating a foundation, and once you figured it out, like getting a system in place, something where it's, somewhat automated in the sense that you can obviously scale. That definitely makes sense. Now, you did mention you drop ship from Walmart. I know a lot of people like to drop ship from Amazon to eBay. Do you have a certain website or a certain retailer that you prefer to drop ship from, or do you just have a couple that you kind of, dabble into, and that's allowed you to, maybe reach a larger audience and create additional sales?
So I always say that you got to find which ones work for you. for myself, when I first started, I was doing Amazon to eBay. It was working fine. And then I started to do Walmart and Home Depot, or really actually Home Depot. And I found it just worked for me. I understood it. I went all in with it and really understood how Home Depot worked. And so that worked for me. And so that's what I mentioned before, again, about putting in systems, right?
Yep.
It would have been easy for me to say, well, Home Depot's working, but let me now try Walmart and these other websites as well, and just trying to spread myself out. But I said, no, Home Depot's working. I see the potential. I'm just going to refine that system and replicate it. And so that's what allowed me to grow, just using one supplier, Home Depot. Later on, I added Walmart, and so now there's more diversification, but that was later on, yeah.
Now, Paul has kind of gone through and talked to me a little bit behind the scenes of how he's been able to scale his dropshipping business, and I know he talked about virtual assistants. I don't hear many people talking on YouTube about it because, personally, I don't think a lot of people on YouTube have the size of an eBay dropshipping business that Paul is currently running. So would you like to talk about what these virtual assistants do, or how they've been able to help scale your business?
Yeah, so this is honestly a game changer, and I don't like being exaggerate things, but getting a virtual assistant is such a game changer. It was so critical to the success of my business and the growth of my business. So even after I had signed up for the software and started using that and putting in these systems for myself, it was still a lot. And I was working a 9-to-5 job, which I know a lot of you guys are as well. So it can be a lot. You might think that hiring an employee is just not possible for you. I mean, it costs money. You got to train them. There's all these payroll things. Like how do you hire an employee, right? It seems overwhelming and impossible for us small businesses. But there are these people who live in other countries like the Philippines and India, and you can hire them virtually to work for your eBay store. And because the cost of living is so much lower in the Philippines and India, then you could pay them about $2 an hour. And it's a good wage for them, and it's good for you because otherwise you couldn't afford to hire anyone. And these virtual assistants, they're called, are really skilled. A lot of them have already worked on eBay dropshipping stores, so they know how to do everything. They know how to find the items, they know how to list them, they know how to fulfill the orders and do customer service. As long as you find the right one, right? You go through an interview process, find them. So if you hire one of those or one or two of those, it made a huge difference for my store. Really, if you look at my first year, every time you see an uptick, it came right after I hired a virtual assistant. Yeah.
Right after. So I know I have a lot of people on this channel that have an eBay dropshipping business. Maybe you're making some sales. Maybe you've got to the point where you're making maybe $50 a day, $100 a day, but you're looking to scale. You're looking to change your life. You're looking to just, make more money, make more passive income. How can someone who's making $50, $100 a day, the quickest way possible, scale to 250, 500, 1,000, in the quickest time frame? What would be a quick little summary or kind of a little follow through that they could, or a path they could follow in order to really, really scale in a timely manner?
All right, good question. So first, make sure you're using the software. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time doing things that you don't need to be spending your time doing. Then get the virtual assistants. Have them start to list items for you. And that's going to make sure that there's consistency in your store, which is so important. So if you're at this point that you just described, that means you already have an idea of how to do this right. You're doing it right. You're doing it already, right? You know what products are selling, and you can look at your orders history and see what items are selling. Tell your virtual assistants you want more of those items, right? More items that hit that criteria, or more items that are similar to that, and have them go out, find the items on other websites, and then list them up onto eBay. Because again, we're trying to replicate what already works. And so your virtual assistant can help make sure that's done consistently. Because if you're running a business and you're trying to scale a business, it doesn't really work, because at a certain point, the day-to-day tasks are going to take up so much time, you're not going to have time to grow your business. So your virtual assistants are going to take care of running your business. And for $2 an hour, it is totally worth it. So then you can spend time growing the business, hiring more virtual assistants if you have to, training them correctly, and just making sure that the right products are added so your store continues to grow and scale up. And that's really how you grow a business like that.
So if you stayed through this video this far and you've already reached this point, obviously you were taking in a lot of value from this video. You like what Paul's talking about, he's shared how he's been able to scale his eBay dropshipping business, and maybe you're currently running a dropshipping business, or maybe you're looking to start. Well, a lot of people don't know Paul actually has a course. Now, the amount of student testimonials he showed me earlier today were literally insane. This is definitely no normal eBay dropshipping course. I personally stand behind it. It's the best eBay dropshipping course out there. How many videos do you think are in there right now?
Honestly, I don't. How many videos are inside the course? Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. The last time I counted, there were 88, and I've added more. So yeah, there's a good amount. There's a good amount of knowledge.
And you're consistently adding more videos in there, right? As you just learn more.
That's why I don't know how many there are.
If you want to check out his program of how he's been able to scale up to a 7-figure eBay dropshipping business, I think you're approaching maybe 3 million in sales?
Yeah.
Or somewhere around there. It's absurd numbers. He's had a crazy amount of people go through his program and get insane results. If you're looking to change your life, if you're looking to, follow a guided blueprint from a 7-figure eBay dropshipper that shows you everything step by step in a series of videos, definitely check out his course. I'm going to have that link below in the description of this video. Anyways, that's it for this video. Paul, once again, thank you for creating this awesome video for me, and helping just bring a lot of knowledge to the people out there who are really looking to make a difference in their life financially. They all appreciate it. If you do, please drop a like on this video in support of Paul and him coming on this channel and allowing me to come and create some amazing content with him. Comment below any questions that you have. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you want to see more content just like this on how you can create an extra stream of income online, then subscribe to this channel, and we'll see everyone in the next video.